Hello and welcome back. In today's tutorial, we want to start actually adding products when we select them from our search bar. Alright, so I'm just gonna bring this in again. So we want such that when we type in something here and we get our suggestions, if we click on the suggestion, first we want to close the drop down. Second, we want to add this product into our product list, and then we also want to add it into the current cart. Okay, so first let's unify this whole thing. First, we want to make sure that we have all the information to add the product everywhere when we add it to our suggestions list. All right. So first I'm just gonna put this over there, and then what I'm gonna do is, let's see, what is this? Oh, so these are the products that we had. All right. So lovely. Let's copy these, and what we're gonna do is, for now, since we're still testing, we're gonna do a new function, define get suggestions. So this function is what we're gonna expand later to actually get the suggested products. All right. So it's going to text the suggestion, right? So this is the text that's currently in our text input, and for now it's just gonna return this stuff. So let's make sure we import rand int, right, and then we're gonna do prod is equal to nothing, and for now it's just always going to return these products. So we're gonna do prods dot append. What do we want to append? Well, we want to append that product. Then finally we just want to return prods. All right. So now our show suggestions is going to take the suggestion that it gets, right, and then it's gonna first do get the suggestions, right? So it's gonna get the suggestions and add them to our choices. I actually want to change this a bit. Let's see. Do we have an on choices? We don't. All right. This works pretty good for us. So what we're gonna do actually is simply say self dot actually let's just do suggestions is equal to self dot get suggestions. So we will get our suggestions based on the current suggestion, right? Once we have these suggestions, all we have to do is do self dot choices is equal to those suggestions, right, which is a list. And now what we're going to do is, first let's move this up here. All right, let's see, self the choice suggestions, right? So now what we're going to do is simple. We're going to do define on choices. So what this is going to do, remember I said properties in a widget are always get an event when they change. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change choices here, which is going to fire this on choices callback. So on choices is just going to take self the instance which is firing this, and basically choices. All right, just like that. So now this should still work as it was working before. All right, gonna remove that. All right, so basically now we are not limited to this. Every time we change the choices, even for some reason, if we change them without changing them directly on the text field, we are going to show our dropdown. All right. So anyway, I'm just gonna stop this here and then go. We have our suggestions, and so on choices now is now actually a dictionary, as you can see. All right, so it's now a list of dictionaries. All right, so now in here we can change like the B name. This is gonna be C name, as you can see, and then the code is gonna be C P code, and then the price is going to be C price, right? We don't need the quantity. So what we're going to do is, you see here, we don't need the quantity, but since we're going to use this widget to propagate everything here to everything else, like this guy needs the quantity and this one needs the quantity, right? So we have a choice. We could simply choose to take this quantity and put it up here, but this is a suggestion, so the quantity will always be 1. So for now, we don't need to do anything else. This is it for this. Alright, so let's just test that everything still works right now. Alright, before we continue. Alright, no errors yet. I'm just gonna drag this in. So now I'm just gonna do P, and we have our products here. Lovely. Alright, now let's get to the actual thing we came here to do. So click this, we should get this product added here. Alright, so first things first, we need to go to our POS, and we need to on our render function here, we no longer want to have default products, so we'll just pass, right? And then the next thing is we want to remove where is our new grid? We want to close this off, open this, and then this one, yeah, we want to remove this. Alright, so we don't have any defaults. Now let's get to the part that we want. So first, let's go to our text fields, and we're gonna add a callback. Alright, so we're gonna do callback. So basically, when a suggestion is clicked, what do we want to do? That's what the callback is going to be for. So this is going to be an object property, and we're going to allow none, like that. And then now we are going to go to our where is it, suggestion, right here. Alright, and we're gonna do b.bind on release. So when this is clicked, what do we want to do on release? We are simply going to do self dot, yeah, let's just call it suggest. Alright, because why not? Yeah. Alright, now let's go down here. Let's do suggest, which is gonna take self and the instance, and we're simply going to say if self.callback, which means a callback was added. So what are we gonna do? Well, we're just going to take the instance, basically whatever was clicked, and just give it to the callback. Alright, so self.callback, take our instance here and do whatever you want. And that's it for this one. So now we go back to our POS, and here where we create our suggestion box, right there. Alright, let's remove this for now, and let's add the callback. So the callback is going to be root dot add product. Alright, just like that. Now let's go back to our POS, and we have our add product already, but we don't want it to do this. So what I'm going to do now is I want to automate the whole thing. Alright, so instead of me having to add the product title, here and then adding it here as well, I'm going to store the product information in a list, and then these guys can just refresh whenever that list changes. Alright, so that I don't have to manually do it, because I'm lazy like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go up here and just say current cut, right? And this is gonna be a list property. So now our two scroll views are going to simply listen to this current cart, and then if it changes, they are going to add their products themselves. All right, so that we don't have to bother. Anyway, product, add product. I'm going to underscore this. Okay, just like that. And then the other one is define add receipt item. All right, it's gonna take self, and it's going to take the item that we want to add, and it's gonna be a dict just like the product, and this is going to return nothing. All right, so all we have to do now is get the receipt item. So RC is equal to receipt item. All right, so what does it have? It needs a name. This is gonna be the item name. What else does it need? Item quantity, so QTY, and then finally the price. Yeah, yep, the price. So price, just like that. All right, and this is just gonna add it to its grid. So let's get the grid. So self.ids.gl. I actually can't remember what we called it. GL receipt. All right, GL receipt. Oh, dot add widget. What do we want to add? Well, we want to add our receipt item to our grid. All right, that does it. So now what we want to do is we are going to define add product. Remember, add product is being used by our where is it by our search bar right here. All right, so let's create this function, and remember again that in our search bar we said the callback is going to take the instance. All right, so it's just going to take inst like that. And what are we going to do with this inst? Well, we are going to extract information from it and basically feed it to our current cart. All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to do data is equal to, and we are going to do name. The name is going to be inst dot name. Let's see. Suggestion. Yes, it has a name. Go. So name. What's the other thing? P code. Does it have P code? P code. Cool. So inst dot P code, and then finally the price. Yeah. So price. Inst dot price. Just like that, we have our product here. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is right here, we actually need the quantity. The quantity is just gonna be nothing. For now, it's just gonna be 1 since we are adding it to our product list. All right, so with that, we are simply going to do self.currentCart.append, since it's just a list. And what do we want to append? Well, we want to append with our data. All right, now for the final part, we are going to do define on current cart, right? So our current cart, when it's disturbed at all, we are going to take the cart. All right, and then we are now going to add our widgets to it. So basically for F in cart, we simply want to do self._add product. We want to add, give it the F, and we also want to do add receipt item and give it the same thing. All right, there we go. Now the next thing is, all right, for now, let's just run this and see if we have any problems. So just gonna do that and just click product 0. And just like that, we have added product 0 here and here. But you'll notice that if we add, it doesn't dismiss this. All right, so we need to change that. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's go to text fields and let's go to suggestion. After we give this to our callback, we want to get rid of the dropdown, right? So it's basically this. So let's just copy that. Let's paste it down here. All right, and that should fix that problem for us. So just like that, we now have a unified way of adding products. So ding, there we go, lovely. All right, do I want to change anything? Let's see, let's do product 2. There we go, that's the error. So you see, it keeps adding, but it doesn't remove, like, it basically doesn't remove what was already added. All right, so let's go to our POS in our on current here. All right, so first we need, actually we can just do this. Where is it? Right there. And we can clear widgets. Do the same thing for GL receipt. So basically we're going to remove what's already there before we add the products that we want to add. All right, now let's do that. And let's see, so just gonna add this. Let's add another one, so 0. And yeah, looks like it's working nicely now. So we have our drop downs. Now in the next one, we are going to take care of increasing these. So you see that if we increase, nothing happens here. This is actually going to be pretty simple. So as your homework, I challenge you to get this one working. So basically when you increase the quantity here, I want it to increase here as well. The trick is actually in this current cart property here. So if you get it, send it to me or leave it in the comment section. I don't know. But for now, we're going to stop here. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. Otherwise, as always, thanks for the love. Thanks for the support. If you haven't subscribed, please, just subscribe, man. All right. Anyway, thank you. Goodbye.